Guys, today we're going to be jumping into different type of relationship stories, whether that be a crazy obsessed mom,
My mom is kind of homeless,
or a weirdo stalker brother-in-law. I hope you guys enjoy and stay to the end of the video. Get yourself a drink and sit down in a comfy chair, because we're going to be diving in. I just found out my mom has been sending my girlfriend cruel messages for who knows how long. I don't know how to handle this. Male 36, female 32. This is from Throw a Frisbee. Generally, not much rattles me. My friends call me a stoic, emotionally constipated idiot, and they're not wrong. Which is why we're all still a little stunned that the love of my life is basically my opposite. I've been with my girlfriend for 8 years, known her for 10. She's quiet, gentle, brilliant, an actual professor, and genuinely one of the kindest people I've ever met. She's silly, shy, goofy in the best ways, and loves to poke fun. I love her more than I've loved anyone ever in this lifetime. But last night, something happened that I can't let go of. My phone was charging, so I was scrolling Instagram Reels on hers like I usually do. One of her friends DM'd her. Normally, I'd send back some dumb reaction photos so they know it's me, just a thing in our circle. But it wasn't a joke. It was screenshots my girlfriend had sent her friend, and the friend was trying to comfort her. I hesitated, then opened screenshots to read better, and I'm glad I did. I didn't even regret it anymore because what I saw were multiple messages from my mother, cruel ones. Like the timestamps weren't all from the same day. So I don't know how long this has been happening. A week? Longer? No idea. Some of the messages my mum sent, maybe he hasn't proposed because you haven't given him a child. Men don't marry placeholders. Most recent, this one makes me see red. I can't even imagine how my baby felt. If you stop dressing like a teenage boy and put on some makeup, maybe he'd see you as a wife instead of one of his little friends. You're keeping him from his family. He used to visit. For clarity, I'm the one who pulled back because of her behavior towards one of my sisters. That's a whole other issue, so nothing to do with my girlfriend. You think you're special? You're lucky he even brought you home. Girls like you don't get commitment from men like him. What the hell is this? You're not good enough for the life he deserves. Reading them made my stomach drop. They were hateful and completely false. There's even more, but these were the ones seared into my brain. And my girlfriend didn't tell me about any of them. She's just been carrying this alone, smiling, laughing with me, all while this garbage was sitting in the back of her mind. My girlfriend avoids conflict. She hates upsetting anyone. I get it. It's easy to talk to a friend first, and my mum can be intense. She probably didn't want to put me in a position where it looked like choosing sides, but I've chosen, and it's not her I'm angry with. I'm furious at my mother. I'm exhausted by this. She knows how much my girlfriend means to me. She hears me talk about her constantly. I really thought she might actually be happy for me. At the same time, I don't want to make this harder on my girlfriend or make her feel exposed. So here's where I need advice. Do I tell my girlfriend gently that I saw the messages, that I'm on her side and she doesn't need to shield me from my own mother? Or do I handle my mother privately and not bring it up unless my girlfriend does? I just want her to feel safe and supported, and it makes me feel sick that she's been dealing with this alone. I mean, actually sick. I'm just watching her make breakfast and what's the best approach that prioritizes her well-being first? You need to cut your mum off or something. That is insane. Is she jealous of your girlfriend? Because it sounds like she's jealous. I'm glad that there is an update. I don't know if anyone's going to see this. I talked to my girlfriend the same night I made the original post. We're working through everything together right now, and things are headed in a good direction. I'm not ready to write the full update yet, since there's a lot to sort out privately before I come back with all the details, but I did want to say something to the people who reached out when I was clearly not in the best headspace. For transparency, I told my girlfriend exactly what happened, that I panicked, had what I'm pretty sure was some kind of anxiety attack, and ended up here on big, beautiful Reddit, asking a question that, in hindsight, had a pretty obvious answer. Not my finest hour, considering I'm usually, the calm one between us. I guess I was bound to pop at some point. I even ugly cried on the side of the road. Jesus Christ. I also showed her this account. And she looked at me, then the comments and upvotes, and hit me with, "Bet you wish your actual account got this much engagement, huh?" Destroyed me in seconds, but very accurate. A lot has happened since, and some of it was super eye-opening. Turns out my mum had a pattern of this behaviour. After my girlfriend and I reached out to my siblings, and my younger brother opened up and told me she did the exact same thing to his now wife years ago. He just didn't tell anyone. They both moved far away and kept their distance because of it. That was a hard thing to hear, but it explains so much. Also, my girlfriend is super close with my siblings too, so she knows. Anyway, to sum it up real quick, my girlfriend and I are solid. We're talking, we're being honest, and we're on the same team. I'm taking care of the rest. I just wanted people to know things are okay and we're moving forward, and I appreciate a lot of you. I'm too anxious to open up the comments on the OG post. Some of you are brutal. But real, my girlfriend has been peeking for me though. Happy holidays, everyone. Stay safe. This was 3 months ago. I wonder if they'll update. I might have to check it in a month or something, and then I'll update you guys. But I'm so glad you guys are actually talking about it and are on the same side. That's such a hard situation. Your mom sounds like a weirdo. If you guys are enjoying this video so far, I would love it if you guys could leave a thumbs up or comment a suggestion of video I should make next. My brother-in-law is the reason why my husband left me. I don't know what to do now. I, 38 female, met my brother-in-law, 38 male, in uni. He asked me out in our first year and I refused. He called me the C word and that I'm shallow. My best friend told me that it was a harmless comment from a drunken guy who got rejected. I never thought myself shallow. It was his demeanour and awkwardness that was off-putting to me. Anyway, he proved my friend right, and other than these comments, I have never felt uncomfortable during my uni years because he never bothered me again. Not even looked my way. Next time I met him was when my baby sister, female 28, introduced him as her boyfriend. I didn't even recognize him at first because it had been like 9 to 10 years since that day he talked to me. He was visibly annoyed that I didn't recognize him and called me a liar. Liar! The family was skeptical at first about him, but he seemed to treat my sister right and she seemed happy. He is very rich, taking her all over the world, and he seemed kind with it too. They got married after a year of dating. They have 3 children. I met my now ex, male 40, 5 years ago, and the only odd comment from my brother-in-law was that I was still as shallow and superficial as I was in uni. At the time, I took it as a joke, but in hindsight, when I found out the truth and started thinking back looking for red flags, this was probably a big one. He never showed any signs that he disliked my husband, and he was always decent enough, and his indifference to have a close friendship with my husband and I didn't seem odd because he was always a recluse. A year ago, my husband came home and accused me of cheating, and he had evidence. The guy contacted him and he had nudes, etc., of me on his phone. The guy told my husband that he didn't even know at first that I was married, but as soon as he found out, he contacted my now ex. He even apologized to my husband. I have never met this guy in my life. Nothing I said or did made my husband believe me. He left me and our divorce is pending. Then yesterday, that guy contacted me. He apologized for what he did and told me that he is friends with my brother-in-law. He sent me conversations, endless conversations my brother-in-law had about me for years. He had never forgotten that I, in his words, didn't even give him a chance and only judged him by his looks. He called me C in the chat, both group chats with his friends, but mostly with this guy. They planned this attack, and my brother-in-law somehow got access to my photos. The reason this guy contacted me now is that he felt guilty because even when my marriage is over, my brother-in-law was still angry and hateful, especially when he heard that I was on a date last weekend. So the friend felt like he didn't help his friend, but ruined innocent people's lives. Not sure what to do, my brother-in-law has actually been happier and more sociable than usual since my divorce, and now I know why. Although first I thought he felt sorry or wanted to support me, his jokes about me ending up an old maid with cats as companions don't sound like jokes anymore. He meant them. I don't want to ruin my sister's life. She's very happy with her husband. I'm not sure if I can with her husband. I'm not sure if I should tell my ex or not. I am very heartbroken that he didn't believe me. Love him very much. He is the love of my life. But I'm not sure if I can forgive him for not believing me. But he is a victim in this too, so maybe he needs to know for closure. I am so terribly sad and hurt. Oh my god, this guy is actually obsessed with you. I'm worried for your sister. You definitely need to tell her because there's a chance that he just started dating her because of you. Relevant comments. It's from Spooky Sam 23. So you're telling me that this guy has kept himself around you for 20 years and is still hung up on you rejecting him? He sounds like he preyed on your sister to get close to you and will keep on trying to ruin your life if you let him get away with this. You need to tell your sister what he did, and the guy he used needs to tell your ex what he did. Not to stir any pots or get your ex back, but so everyone knows what a psycho this guy is. If he's still trying to get back at you after decades of you simply rejecting him, he's never going to stop, and he's never going to let you be happy. And she responded, my soon-to-be ex-husband knows everything now. Apparently the guy who contacted me contacted my husband at the same time and confessed to him. My soon-to-be ex is coming to town this weekend and he wants to talk. Afterwards, I will probably need to look into taking legal action if that's possible and tell my family. I think now that exposing him is the best and more safe approach should anything more serious happen. At least people would be aware of who is to blame. I want to at least make sure that my sister and her children are in safety before I tell them everything, like meeting them at my parents' house after I tell my parents. The pictures were real and were probably stolen from my phone or my husband's because he's the only one that I took the pictures for. I don't know if I can get any justice since the pictures were not of my face. At least I was smart enough not to have my face shown in nudes. I don't know what will happen. Mini update. Trigger warning, self-harm. I don't really have much to add. My sister is very angry. She said that I have ruined her husband's reputation because my ex has blasted him and his friend everywhere. Now he's talking about wanting to end his life because of a joke he played. My parents told her everything the day everything was exposed, and apparently she believed them, me, at first, but now she has turned on me, so she is refusing to listen. I wish I could have had a moment with her before all hell broke loose. Someone asked if she's getting back with her husband, and she thinks he's seeing someone. And Soda Butt Wolf commented, if he isn't at least hitting the pause button on any new relationship until it's sorted out, then he was never worthy of you. If you and he really do continue on the path of divorce over this, it adds to a lawsuit against your brother-in-law. Please, OP, see a lawyer. You have evidence, you have real damage to your life. You have a very good civil case against your brother-in-law. Never mind your sister. Her marriage has been built on a lie. You can sue your brother-in-law and there will be plenty left over for her to get her own divorce. And she responded, he's looking for jobs here because he wants to move back. I got very anxious and asked if he's doing this because of me, because we're not together and this wasn't the right time to pressure me. But he said he was doing it for himself and that he doesn't want anything from me, but he doesn't want to leave town for brother-in-law to think he was easy prey to harm. I didn't ask about the one he is seeing. I felt it might be disrespectful to interrogate him since I have no right to do that. Maybe it is not that serious, or maybe she's willing to move here. I don't know. I've spoken to lawyers. They don't seem to think this could lead to anything. Someone commented that even though the cops won't help you on this, you can file a report and give it to a lawyer. And you can talk to a lawyer and sue or press charges. Once in front of a judge, others charges might be given. And she responded, yes, and he said that he couldn't just wait and let brother-in-law believe that I was alone and an easy prey. He said that police wouldn't do anything, he was right about that, and people like brother-in-law are better exposed to everyone because they value their image. He doesn't seem to be understanding of my sister, however, and the way she was put in the middle. He did apologize a lot, but probably because I was distraught and upset about what he did. I don't think he regrets anything. He's very sad himself and has been apologizing all the time about everything, including not believing me or trusting his gut that believed me. My brother-in-law hasn't bothered me again since he tried to call me to threaten me after everything blew up because my ex went to his place again and threatened beating him up again. Now my sister is even angrier. And about the relationship that the husband possibly has with someone, She responded like this: "Yeah, it is over. I don't think it was a serious relationship. I just heard the rumors that he had a girlfriend but didn't know the details, so maybe I thought it was more serious than it was. Now he's moving back and I haven't heard that someone is moving with him, so I don't know. We talk on the phone every day, but I don't want to pry." Update. I'm sorry that I've been gone for too long and I am overwhelmed by the support you have given me here. Some of you still asking about me. I don't know where to start. I have been in constant pain and stress about everything that happened, but my brother-in-law is now exposed and everyone knows what he did to me. For those who think he is in love with me, he isn't. He very much hates my guts and has done since the day I rejected him. Hating is also a driving force, not only love. So for the stupid users, yes, I would like to call losers, who made fun of me about me bragging about a man not being over me in 20 years, that's not it. If this is bragging, then you're actually very sick in the head. Unfortunately, I was sent these comments from a different sub about updates. What a bunch of losers. I was in constant fear that my brother-in-law will be hurting my sister because of me, and I'm not certain if he will, but that was the only reason I have been apathetic. I wasn't sure what the right step was with people like him. He has hidden his hatred so well for so long, so what more is he capable of? I didn't want my sister and her children to be the collateral damage. That's why I've been careful. I'm sorry to disappoint you by not being a strong bad bee. I have other priorities. My sister and I finally talked. I love her and her children very much. She seemed just very hurt and questioning her entire marriage, and who can blame her? I tried the baby steps approach. I wanted her to know that I was there for her, and I was honest with her about my worries about her and her children with a man like that. It worked for a while, and I was being hopeful, but something changed, and it probably had something to do with her husband giving her an ultimatum: divorce or cut your family off. She chose her marriage. It broke my parents and me, but I don't think we can do anything about it. It was her own choice, even if we believe it was coerced. But maybe there's a little chance that she knows him better than we do. There's a little hope that he is a better person towards his family. I am clinging on to that hope. She wrote us telling us to forget her and her children existed, and that they would take legal actions if we ever tried to contact them. Brother-in-law deleted all of his social media accounts, and his friends apparently all want nothing to do with him. I have heard he is planning on leaving the city because everyone knows what he did now, and he's having a hard time with it. He barely leaves the house, and he has been shamed, even at work. My ex-husband and I are moving on with the divorce. I don't blame him for believing the rumors, but at the same time, I wish he knew me better like I thought he did. That I would never do such a thing and cheat on him. I am so sorry that he moved back for me and probably was hoping we could give it another chance, but I can't. He has apologized so many times and said so many times that he never truly believed the rumors, but I have started to think that our marriage wasn't strong enough to overcome a rumor. It is nobody's fault, but I thought our love was stronger than it actually was. I think we both thought that. I have started dating a new guy a few weeks before all this started. After over a year of me not even being able to leave bed, he has seen all of this unfolding and he's been very patient and supportive. I think I have a real shot at happiness now. At least he knows everything and he's well prepared in case my brother-in-law isn't done with me yet. Thank you for reading this all, and thank you again for being here for me. Oh my god. I'm really worried that your sister just wrote to you about saying forget her and the children, because it might not have come from her. That's actually really scary. This was over 2 years ago, and OP has deleted their account, so there are no more updates. Wow, if you guys made it to the end, thank you so much. Hope you guys are looking forward to the next video. Thanks for listening. Bye bye.